Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here, along with you on the 9-Minute Phill-Up. It is sponsored by Valley Converting, the one and only. See if I can do this again as what I did yesterday. Yes, Valley Converting right there. It is in the Gem City. It is in T-Town. It is in Toronto, Ohio. If you have paper products that you need recycled, Valley Converting, it's your place. We'll hear from them a little bit later on, but right now, we start off with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Apparently, they only win games this year when they score 6 goals. But that means, as Zach Medovic once said, the Pens are back. And it's early in the season. So what, 3-2 now, Jordan? Jordan joins us again, producer extraordinaire. She knows all things Pittsburgh sports. So
I try.
You try. But your Penguins last night, you just said, I wish you could have been there. That's what you said.
Milestone night.
Yeah. So how exciting was that to watch all of that history being made? Now, if you don't know what the history was, the Penguins won their 3rd game of the season. That's historic because it's win 3. It could be.
Okay.
It could be one of those seasons where you go,
this game will be historic.
That 3rd win of the season got them into the playoffs. You never know.
Woo.
So you have that, but you also had Gino Malkin.
Well, first Sidney got 1,600 points. Mm-hmm. Then Gino 500 points.
Yeah, or 500 goals.
500 goals. Yep.
Yeah. So those are huge numbers. Huge numbers. And I always think how many more points, how many more goals Sidney Crosby would have if he hadn't had the concussions.
Yep.
He's basically missed a year and a half, 2 seasons, basically from that. Other than that, he's been, basically healthy his whole career. No major issue. I know I'm just moving the camera up and down. No major issues to speak of, but 1,600 points isn't just an absolute. Talk about living up to the hype.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, he came in and it was. I remember he flew in, and the first day he was in Pittsburgh. I remember being at the airport.
You have the best stories because you were there.
He came into the airport, and all of a sudden, there's 50 media members are basically around him in the Pittsburgh International Airport.
They knew he was it. They knew.
He's backed up against the corner. I remember asking him as. You're hearing the ESPN tone because I was looking up. I just watched Malkin's 500th goal. What a goal!
Yeah.
By the way, what an absolutely sensational goal. But yeah, and I remember the kid's 17, 18 years old, and he's just but he handled everything so well. Now, and the thing is, he really hasn't changed in terms of how he deals with the media. It's like, okay, very measured, very. I like to say. Sometimes you feel like you ask a question and he goes, it's file 3, answer 7. And he's just so good. He rarely, if ever, makes any mistakes. I remember asking him a question about Ebola when there was some issues. Oh yeah, there was issues with coming into the league and they were canceling a game and it was in Dallas. And he looked at me like, he goes, Bill, what, why would I have I said, and I looked at him and went, well, the news department at Channel 11 at the time, you're Sidney Crosby. They're coming from Dallas to play a game. Are you concerned? Yeah, that's the question. And I looked at him, I shrugged my shoulders like, it's not me. It's it's just they wanted to quit, but it was because he's Sidney Crosby. But he came in the league. He was supposed to be the next Wayne Gretzky, and their games are different and all that stuff. But in terms of living up to that hype, living up to you got to be the next Wayne Gretzky. So that means you have to win Stanley Cups. You have to be an MVP. You have to win scoring titles. Check, 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 check. And he's still going.
Mm-hmm.
He's still going. And then Gino Malkin. He comes into the league, and this guy's going to be one of the next great Russian players. He's a scorer, the whole thing. And playoff MVP, check. Stanley Cups, check.
Yep.
Scoring titles, check. I mean, did it all. Did it all. And the great thing for Gino, and I think he's super intelligent guy. And one of the things that has always, I think, bothered him a little bit is that he hasn't had a better command of the English language, trying to, because a lot of people, he'll make a comment and it kind of comes out funny. Like everyone's like, oh, that's a great Gino,
but he's not being funny.
But yeah, it's like he's trying to, and it's just, it's hard. I mean, I couldn't go. And the thing is, imagine that if you're a fan of the Penguins, you get dropped into Russia. Okay.
Yeah.
You've got a job.
Yeah.
You have to talk to the media every day. Go learn Russian.
Yeah.
Because they're not English. I don't want English. I want Russian. So he's tried. But I remember when they had the lockout, and he went back to Russia, played in Russia, came back, and his contract was kind of getting close to the end. So they were talking about, well, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? He said, no, I'm good. He goes, I'll stay here. I let Sid handle you guys. I let Sid talk to you guys. I don't want to do that. So he figured out, because over in Russia, he was the main guy on the team. So he had to deal with the media every day. He had to deal with all the questions. And I think he came back and went, I'm okay with Sid answering all this. I don't need to go to some team and be the guy that I have to answer all these questions. So, but to my dealings with both Gino and Sid, and I was there from the beginning. I haven't been there for the past few years, but through their last Stanley Cup, just class guys, never had any issues, just super, individuals, as much as we get to know them, but in terms of just how they handle themselves, professionalism, how they deal with, not a bad word to say about either one of them. And congratulations to them on everything that they've achieved, because you see, you in my situation, I was able to see the work go to practice. I'm at the morning skate, and I'm like, Sidney Crosby's the first one on the ice. Gino comes rolling out. He's kind of, all right, just getting started. But then as soon as he started, it was like a house of fire.
Right.
And then Fleury, and it's such a great collection of players that have gone through. And it's been great to be able to watch them do all their stuff. But as a fan, what's it like to see? And I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I'm just saying, I'm looking at it kind of from two perspectives. But for a fan that's out of control about the Penguins,
out of control.
I think you said that today. This morning we showed up and working with the Pens are back.
The Pens are back. No, I've been a Pens fan since I can remember. So I'm over the moon. I'm excited to see what else they can accomplish this year, and until they're done.
Yeah, hopefully they make the playoffs and get a win. Ron is checking in. The March of the Penguins, indeed. Let's see. We hope to see Elvis leaving the building a lot this season. So 3 times so far. 3 times so far. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. But that's a concern though. When I think all 3 of their wins, it's been 6-goal games. They've had to score 6 goals. Let me check that. Make sure I'm not making stuff up. But let's see.
Yeah.
Is it 6 goals? Yeah, 6 goals a game. There you go. That makes it tough on the defense.
They definitely have a goalie situation.
But hey, right now, 3-2, second place in the Metropolitan Division. So you got that going for you. Yeah, okay, so let's look at the scores here. All right. So they opened the season 6-0 loss. 6s are wild, apparently.
6s, yeah.
4-2 loss to the Maple Leafs. 6-0 loss to the Rangers. 6-3 win against the Red Wings. 4-2 loss to Toronto. Sorry, the mighty Leaf. The Penguins win 6-3 over the Canadiens, and the Sabres fall 6-5 last night in overtime.
Yeah,
and Sidney Crosby got the game winner.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Hans checking in. Hey Hans. And Jamie's not here. Jordan's here. Dinner last night. I had some burgers. Made some burgers on the grill. Jordan,
I had wings.
If you care to share, yeah,
I had wings.
Okay, nice. Yep. Where'd you get the wings?
Over at Hillsborough.
Nice. How are they?
Really good.
It is a tremendous job. Mingo Junction, Ohio. If you're looking for some good wings,
they got good wings.
Hillsborough. They'll get it together for you. They will get it together. All right, Ron. He is breaking it out. He is breaking out the Mike Langisms today. Let's hope Lord Stanley, please pass the brandy is heard this season. Sure will. Oh, Hans and Jordan having some wings last night. I don't think Hans was at Hillsborough, though. But Hans, hope all is well. Ron, thank you for checking in. As always, a pleasure. All right, so we've talked about the Penguins. They're doing okay. They're 3-2. All right. They're hanging. It's a long season.
It's early.
But I'll tell you what, that goalie situation, somebody's got to figure that out.
Yeah.
That's, just giving up 5 goals a game and you're winning, but it's All right. So now here's Ron, Hans, anybody else that's out there. Here we go. We have a possible situation. We haven't seen it yet, but Jordan she's making faces over there thinking, I don't know how this is going to work out. But you have Justin Fields for the Steelers, starting quarterback. Steelers are 4-2, tied for first place in the division. Have played. They've played well enough. I think they should be 5-1. The Dallas game, I don't know if there's a game you think they should have won or lost. The Dallas
game, I think they totally should have won.
Yeah, so that's a possibility. But anyway, so they're 4-2. But Justin Fields, I think we'd all say has played pretty well. He hasn't lit the world on fire. Hasn't been overly sensational. But has he done enough to lose his job, or is it just Russell Wilson? Hey, he's going to be our guy. That's what our plan was. His calf is healthy. He's ready to go. And Coach Tomlin says, this is the time. And he's going to get to play. So as the resident Steelers fan, what are we thinking?
I just want to see the difference.
Okay. I've heard that I think Addison said that this morning as well.
I'm not like do I think 4-2? Okay, but the two games that we should have won the Colts game too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think it's I just want to see the difference.
Yeah. See what if it makes a difference with the offense and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard some people say on the radio yesterday. I was driving around listening to sports talk radio, and I heard some people saying, Russell's got the experience, he's got playoff wins, he's got Super Bowl wins. He's also older.
Yeah.
Does he still have the game?
I mean,
because we haven't seen him. We didn't really see him in exhibition play.
Yeah. No one's saying that him starting is that's it. Justin Fields is done. No, you just if it starts to be bad,
and I would think, knowing Coach Tomlin, again, as much as I know him from covering him for 15 years or however long it was, he had a plan, and I'm sure he sat those guys down and said, "Hey, here's the deal. When we think Russell is totally healthy, ready to go, he's going to be the guy."
I think that was
And I
agree. I was
absolutely confident that's. But coaches are always ready to change their mind. But Coach Tomlin, just he has a plan. He knows what he wants to do, and he'll vary from it every once in a while. But he basically goes in with a plan. So I think they probably had a conversation, and this because they're not just going to do this willy-nilly.
It's not just and it's not going to be just Justin Fields is out.
And you're not just throwing in anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, Russell Wilson has some pedigree in the National Football League. I mean, he's a Super Bowl winner. He went to the Super Bowl a couple times. Doesn't throw that interception against Seattle. If he just turns and hands it to beast mode, he probably has 2 Super Bowl championships. He's probably still in Seattle, and we're not even having this conversation.
Yeah.
But he didn't turn around and hand it off. They made a bad call and they blew it. But now he's got an opportunity. So it'll be how interested is this must see? I mean, it's a Sunday night game, so that makes it.
I know they got Sunday night, then they got Monday night next week.
So it's must see TV. If it was the 1:00 game, I think for any Steeler fan out there, it'd be must see TV just to see what he does.
That's
All right. So what do you think he's gonna do?
I don't know. See, it's hard because I never thought that I would have to think about this.
Okay. Hans made his air fryers. He made his wings in the air fryer. Hans sending love to everybody. You need to know that Wilson is capable just in case, or we need to shop it around. Absolutely. I really think the Steelers, if they could have made a play, but I think Devontae Adams told the Raiders, "I'll go to the Jets."
Yeah.
But I mean that would have been the play. If they could have gotten him, that would have really upgraded the offense because now all of a sudden you've got 2 good wide receivers. Mm-hmm. But that didn't happen. Need to have one of our greatest games this season. We have a former president coming to see the national broadcast.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Didn't know that either. So wow, Ron's in the know. Ron, you can't sleep on Ron. Ron always has something going on. He's on it. So, yeah, the Steelers and the Jets, Aaron Rodgers and the fellas are going to be stopping by. All right, real quick, as we get to – I'm dropping stuff as we get to wrap some stuff up. Want to mention this because it is the Major League Baseball playoffs, and I started to watch the Mets and Dodgers last night, and it was a good 2-0 game. We get in, I think, the fourth inning, and that's when I called it was 2-0 Dodgers. Went to bed, but Shohei Ohtani, he had a home run late in the game. I did not see that. And the Dodgers end up blowing out the Mets 8-0 to take a 2-1 lead in the National League Championship Series. And for all baseball executives and TV executives across the country, that is exactly what they want to have happen. They do not want to have the New York Yankees and New York Mets playing a Subway Series.
I thought they did.
No, you want the Dodgers, and Dodgers are in the second largest market. It covers the whole country. So now you've got Yankees fans over Dodgers fans.
That's true.
If you just have the Yankees and Mets, you've got one city, and then everybody
people
else
in New York want that, don't they?
Oh, people in New York would love it. Yeah, why not? That's what it used to be all the time back when it was the 50s, and you had the Brooklyn Dodgers and the Yankees. So the Dodgers up 2-0. So let's see the schedule for today for the Major League Baseball playoffs. So Thursday, what do we have today? We have the Yankees and the Guardians in Cleveland. That's a 5:08 start. 5:08 start on TBS. So you can watch that one. Yankees and Guardians going today in Cleveland. I don't want to say it's a must-win, but it's getting late early for Cleveland if they don't.
Well, yeah.
win.
What is that? 2-1?
Yeah, 2-0. 2-0.
Oh,
yeah.
Cleveland hasn't won.
They haven't won a game yet. So everyone says the series doesn't really start till someone loses at home, but you don't want to lose at home and your series is starting and it's 3-0. They need to come up with a win. They've got to get their pitching situated today, or they're going to really be in trouble. They're going to send Boyd to the hill. Let's see what his record is for the. All right, 2-2, 2.72 earned run average. So we'll see what he does, but they need to come up big today. The Guardians, because if the Yankees go up 3-0, it's pretty much going to be a tough road for Cleveland to come back. Then tonight, if you're looking for the Dodgers and the Mets, tonight on FS1, Dodgers and Mets at 8:00 in the evening, and the Dodgers lead that series 2-1 now. So again, not that it's a must-win, but you don't want to go down 3-1 to the Dodgers and then have to go back to LA and all that good stuff. So Major League Baseball playoffs. Oh, and then last night, because I watch everything that has to do with sports, just about, and mix in news stuff too. But the WNBA. Oh yeah, I'm keeping my eye on it. I see you, WNBA. I see all you WNBA fans out there. Let's see. Oh yeah, Ohtani, Ron checking in. Ohtani home run was hit so far. It's now located over Cincinnati. It's still going, actually. It is still going. He is unbelievable. I mean, Shohei Ohtani is just amazing. Jordan's new favorite baseball player. Did you know that?
Sure.
He's got a bobblehead with his dog on it. How good can it be? You got to be great to have that. But anyways, last night, did you see the WNBA finals last night, Jordan?
No.
It is the New York Liberty taking on the Minnesota Lynx.
Okay.
And the series was even at 1 apiece. They split New York. Brianna Stewart, she had first game. She just had a couple opportunities and they ended up splitting. And then they went last night, and the Lynx at home, they were up as many as 14, I think. And then the Liberty came out pretty quick in the second half, cut it to about 8 points, or they cut it to 8 points right before the half. And then the second half, they came out, got started early. I couldn't stay up all the way to the end. But they came all the way back to the Liberty, and they won it by a score of 80-77. So wow. Good game, good series, just 3 games in, but the New York Liberty up 2-1. So there's your WNBA finals. I wonder what no one talks about her now because it's vacation time. What's Caitlin Clark doing?
Oh,
what is she doing? She's just off. She probably deserves a pretty good off season from going through college, finishing that whole thing up, and then going in. Yeah. But yeah, she's probably on vacation. It'd be nice, right? All right. While Caitlin Clark's on vacation and the Liberty and the Lynx battle it out for the WNBA championship, we are going to say so long for now. A lot going on with the Penguins making history. Pens are back. And the Steelers, Russell Wilson just getting started. So you don't have to say you don't have to say Russell Wilson just getting back because he hasn't started anything yet. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays because everyone talks about are they going to give him okay? He didn't play that great, but it was his first game back. He's knocking the rust off. Well, I mean, it's the NFL. You need to win all these games. You can't,
Yep.
So
we have to wait till Sunday night.
Jordan. I don't know. What do you think? Prediction Sunday night.
I think they'll win.
How many touchdowns for Russell Wilson?
I don't know.
I think 2 interceptions. He gets replaced by Justin Fields. He comes back and wins it. No, I don't know.
I don't know.
For Russell Wilson,
I haven't seen him play.
For Russell Wilson, I hope he plays well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one of those. It's like, hey, I know you don't want to see anyone get injured. You don't want to see anyone, blow a shot unless it's like the last second of the game, your team's going to lose if they make a shot. But I always want people to achieve. I always want them to live up to their capabilities and stuff. So it's just interesting. Where are his capabilities now?
Yeah.
Is he still that guy? Is he still the guy, or is that passed him by? We kind of rhymed there a little bit. We could go into a whole dissertation. All right, let's see. Ron's checking in one last comment, I think. Let's see. Maybe go to a Browns yard sale this weekend. They're starting to sell things off. How about that? Amari Cooper goes to Buffalo. Now, here's the other thing. I heard some analysts saying, well, is Amari Cooper done? Because he's been dropping the ball a lot in Cleveland, has been, or is he became disinterested in Cleveland?
Yeah.
And just said, I'm looking to get out of here. Now he's in Buffalo and he's got an opportunity to maybe win something. Don't want to cast aspersions on anybody. I don't know. I would like to. I mean, Amari Cooper's. He's really, really good. So, or he has been. So, for him, hopefully he does well in Buffalo. Browns are when you start trading players that good this early in the season. Did you throw the white flag up? They still owe Deshaun Watson $136 million guaranteed over the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Need to see if I can get a loan from him, pay off some college bills for my daughter. All right. Well, anyway, we're ready to go. Jordan's out of here. She says, that's it. Wrap it up. We have to get ready for the noon show. And she says she will be ready for Sunday Night Football. She will be locked in on the Steelers and, of course, the New York Jets, but mainly the Steelers. Just checking out Russell Wilson, see what he does. And, of course, we start counting to the next milestones for Sidney Crosby and Geno Malkin. And the one milestone everyone would like to see him get more than anything else, Lord Stanley.
Yes.
The Stanley Cup.
Bring him home.
Yeah. So we'll see if they can do that. That might be a long shot, but why not? All right, everybody, thanks for checking in. Ron, Hans, everybody else is out there. Oh, wait a minute. Before we go, I don't want to get myself in trouble. Let's hear this.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
In memory of the great Gino Biasi, and that was Mike Biasi and part of his crew up at Valley Converting in Toronto, Gem City, T-Town, Toronto, Ohio. If you have paper recycling products that you need to do away with, recycle them, let them know. Give them a call. They'll take care of you. All right, everybody, remember the 2 rules. Have fun and always try your best. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time.